Here's my point. Go ahead.
They shall every man turn to his own people.
They shall what?
They shall every man turn to his own people.
So the Bible says in the last days, you know, it's talking about America because what do you have here in America? All nations. Everybody here. So you know it's talking about America, but he said my determination is not, it's a what? To turn everybody back to their own people, right? So then in order for you to turn to your own people, you gotta know who your people is, right? So that's our job, is to tell you this. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we make up the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. It's time for us to gather together as a nation and keep God's law.
That's right.
This is our government. You understand what I'm saying? The number one book sold in the world is our government. You understand? This was the judicial system, the Jews, we're the tribe of Judah. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all based on our history. You understand?
That's right.
So what you gotta understand is that, black man, you are the tribe of Judah. Sister, you are from the tribe of Levi. You understand that? Since you know your nationality.
Shall thou labor on you work, and ye shall live. The two children of Israel of the Bible perfects godliness with good works. We'll talk it.
Verse 24.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the Lord's sheep of the house of Israel.
Israelites, the 12 tribes is the sign over here. You see that sign? You see yourself on that sign, sir? What,
Y'all got it. Where y'all meet at or whatnot?
well, we have a school right here. If you look on that flyer on the back side, in South Dallas, we have
I'm in South Dallas.
right, see, all friends, you gotta come visit the school, man. The address should be right there on the side, on the flyer, right?
Okay.
Right at the bottom. So you gotta come check us out, man. Sis, you know who you are? You do? You believe Levi, so-called Haitian today. So that's our job, because after the Europeans came to America, right?
I know y'all at,
and check out that website, sir.
Oh, okay.
Check out that website, sir. Check out that website, man, and come meet that school, man.
All right.
Get that real nice. Because you know it's a Sabbath day, man. We ain't supposed to be buying and selling all that today. It's a down day. You gotta get this day to the Lord, man.
Right.
Come back to your two cousins in the Bible.
Right.
Hey, sis, what's your name, sister? Huh? Sashay? Okay, all praise to the Most High. Well, you say you think you're from the tribe of Levi, right? Well, watch this. So give me that Deuteronomy 12. Deuteronomy 10 and 12. So watch this, because if you know you believe you from the tribe of Levi, because I'm gonna tell you straight, your father was of the tribe of was a so-called Haitian today. Yeah, so if your father was a so-called Haitian, right, then you would be a descendant of the tribe of Levi according to the Bible, right?
Right.
You know how to prove that? By basically reading. But watch this. Read that what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
So our job is to keep the commandments, because the reason why we're not called Levi today, and we're called Haitians, or we're called American blacks, but we're really the tribe of Judah. Do you know why? It's in the Bible. I'm gonna show you. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Because, hey, brother, what we're discussing is why today the so-called black man is no longer called the tribe of Judah. Why today the so-called Haitian is no longer called the tribe of Levi. The answers of our disenfranchisement from our nationality is in the Bible. And we gonna read it, bro. Pay attention real quick, bro. I need you to really listen to this, brother. This is real.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes.
So the Bible says, if the 12 tribes of Israel, the children of God, do not keep God's commandments, right? Then what?
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
All these what?
Curses.
Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing?
Very
A very terrible thing. Well, go ahead.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Bible says if we do not keep the commandments in the Bible, then bad things will happen to us, right?
Right.
So, Kurt, would you consider our people to be cursed today? Huh? The last one hired, first fired, right? Black lives matter, right? They ain't yelling Asian lives matter, right? They ain't yelling Hindu lives matter, right? Why? Because we're the ones that are cursed. Why? Because we are the ones that God chose to give the commandments to, right?
Right.
And we're not keeping them.
That's
That's what I'm
right.
saying.
Right.
We are God's chosen people, but we don't see that. The reason why we are in the position we are as a people is because we're not keeping God's commandments. I'm gonna give you one. Deuteronomy 22:5. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you an example, sis. Right?
Yes, sir.
Give you an example because, like, a lot of times today we have people like confused in a lot of things. The Bible says marriage is honorable and all, but our people will be like, nah, I'd rather do it with multiple women. Well, when them curses come upon you in the form of diseases, right? Then you wonder why? Why I got herpes? Why I got this? Why? Because you decided to sleep with woman to woman and not marry that sister. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to understand. Where are we going wrong in the law to find out how we could turn them curses into a blessing? Read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5.
It's a law, sis. Watch this.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So the scripture says a man should not put on a woman's garment. Neither shall a woman put on a man. So, have you seen that? What's that boy, Young Thug? You seen his album cover? What he got on?
Woman's dress.
That's confusion. So what do women wear today that pertains to men?
Like this.
What's that?
Levi.
What's a general term for the
Husband.
huh? Pants. Women, my grandma didn't wear pants.
Mine don't either.
They didn't either. So now with that, we have a confused generation. You got men acting like women, and you got women acting like men.
So how do we do this?
But what I'm saying is, and how do we do what?
What? How do we get back to it?
Well, you got to come back to the law. The law says a man should not wear what pertains to a woman shouldn't wear what pertains to a man. Guess what, sis? You got to go put on a dress.
That's right.
Oh, man, look, and you got to be a lady, man.
And I have.
I know, I see it in you still here dealing with the problems of God. You got a godly spirit in you. You'd have been ran off. So now it's on you to, guess what? Change. Right? You got to do it. Ain't nothing holding it back but you. Ain't nobody holding you back but you.
You are right, sir.
You got to just do it. A lot of people be like, man, what do I got to do in your heart? Really, you know what to do, what's good and what's bad, right? But at the end of the day, we fine-tune that direction through the principles given to us in God's law.
Right.
You might be confused one day, maybe I can put on some pants. But the Bible says no, don't do that thing. Why? Because what kind of spirit comes with that, sister? Well, let's be general. What kind of spirit? So if I put on a dress, what kind of spirit would I have on? I feel my hands start curling up, the voice in my back. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So when women put on pants, what kind of spirit do they put on?
Masculinity.
A masculine spirit. Nah, you do the dishes. You know what I'm saying? You argue with your man, condition. So pants can contribute to what? Domestic violence. Now the woman thinks she can deal with the man. You understand what I'm saying? And now she getting punched out and we wondering why. I'm not saying this is the denying factor, but one attribute to that could be, guess what, sister? Those pants you got on.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So just a woman learning how to be a lady and our men learning how to be men is going to solve a lot of the problems and ills in our community.
right.
And that's what we have to understand, that God's laws is the answer.
That's
And
right.
we have to come back to the law as the Israelites, who we are. Because
right.
guess what these laws do for you? Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I don't know, your church ain't taught you this. I'm going to tell you straight. The church has not taught you this, brother. Listen to this, brother. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
The Bible says we are an holy people
Right.
unto the Lord thy God. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee
Uh-huh.
to be a special people unto himself above all
Read
people.
it again, brother. Above what?
Above all people.
what?
Above all people.
God say we're above all people.
That's right.
Now it's time to act like it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You look at the other nations, look at us like we ain't nothing. Why? Because we act like we ain't nothing.
Right.
But the Bible calls you better than all other nations. Go ahead.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That are upon the face of the earth. Deuteronomy 1 and 1. But we got to understand, let's set the foundation of what we're reading. We're reading in the book of Deuteronomy, the Exodus. when Moses brought the children of Israel, a Hebrew people, out of Egypt, out of slavery, right? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So Moses spoke these words unto Israel. These are our forefathers. You can read on that sign. Our forefathers. So it's not about a religion. This is about our history.
That's right.
And our
Right.
culture.
Right.
Our culture is divinely inspired in God's law. We connected to this Bible, whether you believe it or not. Deuteronomy 28, because like we said, if we don't keep the commandments, right, all these curses will come upon us, right? How was the Haitians brought to the islands? Deuteronomy 28:68. Watch this. Guess why? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
If you don't keep these laws, all these curses, go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Into Egypt, right? Egypt is a Greek word that means bondage. Because what was our social status in Egypt? We were slaves. We built the pyramids, brother. We built the pyramids in Egypt. We were slaves. Go ahead. So the Lord said, I'm going to bring you back into slavery again. Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
So thousands of years ago, it was prophesied that in 1619, what's going to happen to you? You're going to go back into slavery on slave ships.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
By the way, whatever I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, when you get off them slave ships, go ahead. Ye shall be sold.
You shall be what?
Sold.
You shall be what?
Sold.
Sold. One nigga sold Master Jenkins in Tennessee. Nigga sold and Master Thomas in Dallas. You understand what I'm saying? So that's Bible prophecy. What does that prove? That proves that we are the people of the book.
That's right.
We went into slavery for breaking God's laws. It's time to wake up. Well, we got single mother households and men not raising their child. Well, guess what the law say? The law say, Hebrews 13 and 4, to solve your problem. If you got a lady you're dealing with right now, sir? Huh?
Girlfriend, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, a girlfriend, see, that's one of our problems, because in America, we thought that having a girlfriend is cool, right? Having two girlfriends is cool, right? But the Bible says otherwise. Watch this.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
The Bible says marriage is honorable in all. So if you looked at that girl and at the lady you're dealing with, and you said, this is my wife, you know how much more powerful that is? This is my girlfriend. That's you know what I'm saying? Oh, this is my wife. You understand what I'm saying? That shows commitment. That shows you being a man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So our job is to tell our people, look, in this Bible, it teaches us how to go from being childs, little boys with girlfriends, to men, husbands and wives and fathers. You understand what I'm saying? That's what this Bible is about. That's the problem with our people. We out here on drugs, hanging out, doing everything but what it takes to build a nation, and then we look at the white man and be like, maybe I can vote on something that can help my people. Nah, brother, repent. Right. Just get it right. You understand what I'm saying? Sister, you gotta put on that dress.
Right.
Act like a lady. You understand what I'm saying? Show your true future, your true roots of royalty.
That's right.
Because what you don't understand is God said you're above all people. So, for example, do you know is there a Chinese LeBron James? I'm just saying.
Yeah, me.
He tall for nothing. Come on now. Tall for nothing. LeBron James the same height, damn near the same height, and he could do 10,000 times more athletically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because guess what? There ain't none. Is there a Hindu Beyonce? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, right? There ain't none, right? Because our people is special, man. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Our people is special.
right.
But in order for us to really be respected in the earth, God say we got to keep these commandments. Because how can we be such a great people, but yet we have to bottom? Read the curse, Deuteronomy 28. Because that's what the curse is about. Deuteronomy 28 and 43.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get thee up above thee very high.
Get it right, brother.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. And thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
So the Bible says that one of the curses for breaking my laws is the strangers, the other nations, I'm going to put them up above you very high. You're going to come down very low. He shall lend to thee, thou shalt not lend to him. Do we have any banks that we can go get money from and build up our own communities? Who do we got to get the money from? The Caucasians, right? The other nations, right? Go ahead.
he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
So are we talking about religion here, brother?
We're talking about race, right?
We're talking about race. This is a race issue.
Yeah, this is race.
This is a race issue. The Bible says one race is going to be at the bottom and one race is going to be at the top. But the race he's talking about is the Israelites, God's chosen people.
That's
God's chosen people for not breaking his laws. He said, this is what I'm going to do to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to understand that because a lot of people look at us and be like, oh, y'all got the Bible, y'all preaching religion. We're not teaching religion. You understand what I'm saying? Give me Sirach 17 and 11. Because we're not teaching religion, brother. We're teaching who you are because all people, we don't have a culture. Hip-hop is not our culture, brother. You understand? That was given to us in slavery, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Post-slavery, bro. You understand that? Because what does that teach us? It teaches us what? Kill, smoke. Who benefits from that? Huh?
The devil.
The devil. Who's the devil? Right. See, we know that. We know that. But why don't we want to change? Because now, you understand? Watch this, read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 17, verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge in the law of life for inheritance.
So what's our heritage? Huh?
Black.
Read it again.
Besides this, he gave them knowledge in the law of life for inheritance.
So he gave us knowledge in the law of life for heritage. So according to the Bible, what's our heritage?
I don't know.
So the Bible says the law of God is our heritage, man. You know, we have a culture that's different from any other people on the earth. You know what I'm saying? Our culture is the laws of God, divinely inspired in this Bible. What's the #1 book sold in the world? The Bible. That's all. Watch this. So watch this. It's all good. It's all good. Watch this. Give me 1 Kings chapter 1 and verse. Or excuse me, Song of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 5. Because what I want you to understand is that this is not about religion, right? This is about your culture, God's laws. This is about your history, the Bible. You know what I'm saying? This is our history book. I'm gonna show you. Watch this. I'm gonna prove to you. This is our history book, brother. Watch this. You said our heritage is black, right? So watch this. Song of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 5. Watch this.
Songs of Solomon chapter 1, verse 5. I am black, but comely.
What did he say?
I am black, but comely.
Solomon said he was black too. Did you know that? It's in the Bible.
I didn't know that.
Read it again.
I am black, but comely.
1 Kings chapter 4 and verse 21. So King Solomon was a black man in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? But guess what? Not just that. Watch this. Watch this. 4 and 21.
1 Kings chapter 4, verse 21. And Solomon reigned over all kingdoms.
And Solomon ruled the world. A black man ruled the world in this time period. So my question is, whose history is this? Right, you see that? This is not about religion, black man. This is about raising you back up to your true prosperity in this earth. How? By keeping God's law.
That's right.
You understand that? Because God is dealing with us in these streets, man. Killing us every day. Why? Because of our rebellion. So now I'm gonna ask you a question. Give me Hosea chapter 5, verse 15. So I'm gonna ask you a question, sis. And we gotta get this right. Because I don't wanna be out here and, you know what I'm saying, doing all this preaching and then my people not really learning or receiving that. You understand what I'm saying? So watch this.
Hosea chapter 5, verse 15. I will go and return to my place.
So the Most High, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm gonna return. I'm gonna turn my back on you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Till we acknowledge our offense. What was our offense? Sin. What say you? Rebellion. Rebellion against what? What do we? The what? How? What? What you say?
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
Yeah. So you said sin, you're right, but what is sin? What did we rebel against? What was we given that we broke? What did we offend?
Yeah.
Huh? The laws of God. Like what law? Like what law are you breaking so that you can fix? You dress like that? How should you be dressed? Like a lady wearing what? Or oh, praise. You see that? Look. So now we know, because you can't just be like, I rebelled against God and not know what you rebelled against. You got to be able to go in the Bible and say, okay, God talk about marriage. So if I'm not marrying that sister, right, then I'm breaking God's laws. God in the Bible is saying, okay, a woman shouldn't wear what pertains to him. Okay, so if I'm wearing pants, I'm breaking God's law. You got to know what you did. Keep reading.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face.
And seek my face out of this Bible. Go ahead.
In their affliction.
In their what?
In their affliction. they will seek me early.
God says in your affliction, you will seek me early. Give me some ways of how our people is afflicted today.
Well, we got dirty water in the whole city.
Dirty water in the whole city. Go
We
ahead.
really not getting Medicaid and all of that.
Yeah, not
all
getting
of that.
proper medical
yeah,
assistance,
We
right?
getting shot.
Getting shot, right? What was killing us?
Ourselves.
Ourselves. That's what I needed. That man, be real with you. The white man. No, you killing yourself. Quit breaking God's commandments, man. You understand that? You gotta know that, man. We are doing it to ourselves. So until we can acknowledge our faults, go in the Bible and understand the law and compare our life to that and make them changes, then God will receive you. Then we can earn that salvation. Then we can start being prosperous. You understand what I'm saying?
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.